Some video game characters that started way back when, they go throughout time and have a couple games, but they just don't kick off as well as some other mascots. So they have an identity crisis and they just can't figure out what kind of game that they want to be. Kid Klown was a game on the NES, and it came out in 1992. This game is definitely known for incredibly high value. It's one of the most expensive NES games, and I'm sure a lot of people know that already by watching this. Then there was another Kid Klown game on the Super Nintendo, Kid Klown and Crazy Chase. This game was a little different. It was more like a runner, and it just didn't do well. The controls just kind of suck. Then another game came out called The Bombing Islands, and this is a totally different game. It's a puzzle game. This was on the PlayStation 1, and it's different than everything else he's done. So, is this game at all worth your time to check out and play? Well, I'm here today to review The Bombing Islands for the PlayStation 1. The Bombing Islands was developed and published by Kemco, the same people who made the Kid Klown games, and this game came out in 1997 in Japan. We got the game in 2001. I'm not sure why it took 4 years for this game to come out. I mean, there's not really much to change here, but yeah, 4 years later, we got the game. There was like a palette swap retooled version of this game called Charlie's Blast Territory. This was on the Nintendo 64 in 99. It's basically the same game, but they change all the characters and some of the graphics and some level design changes, but yeah, ultimately almost the same. The story is pretty much what you'd expect for a game like this. Of course, you play as Kid Klown, he's the main character, and you live on this planet called Planet Klown, which is 1,000 light years away from Earth according to the manual. Well, the citizens of this planet, they find blue bombs all over the planet, which it never specifies where they come from. Well, the King Klown sends a royal decree to you, Kid Klown, to clean up all the bombs in the 6 lands. So, that's pretty much the whole story. You just gotta go to each land and just clear all the bombs out. Where these bombs came from, no one has any clue. Maybe it was Bomberman. Maybe he came from Earth and decided to just throw a bunch of bombs around here on Clown World. The Bombing Islands is a top-down puzzle game, and the controls are very basic. You move with the D-pad, and you only move up, down, left, and right. X, square, triangle, circle all do the same thing. They light the bomb fuse, which is the red bomb, and you only do that once per level. L2 displays the entire map from above. R2 switches your views, and that is very helpful depending on your preference if you want to be close up or very far out. I used far out a lot with this game. L1 and R1 change your viewpoint, so you go left or right, turning around the map. Start button obviously pauses and displays the pause menu, and the select button, in fact, will actually correct your last move. So one step back if you make a mistake, you press the select button, you go back and move. I'll be real honest, I didn't even know that was a function in this game, so that's pretty nice if you want to play it. With this game, the objective is to connect all the bombs together to make them light up and blow up, but you must stay away from all the explosions. Now, there are 4 kinds of bombs in this game. The first one's the igniter bomb. This is the key bomb to blow everything up. That's the one that you light the fuse on, the red one, and you want to line that up just enough with the others to make sure that happens. Then there's the single bomb, the number 1, and this is the weakest bomb. It doesn't really do anything. It only blows up underneath itself, so it really can't blow anything else up to connect with. Number 2 is a medium bomb. This actually can blow up anything on the left, right, up, or down part of its location. So these can be helpful, and the best one is definitely the 3, the large bomb. These blow up all around them. It can do 2 squares, vertically, horizontally, and it can do diagonally 1 square. So these can be very useful. But yeah, you definitely want to connect these to make everything, blow up, but make sure you stay away, otherwise you fail the stage. There are obstacles that you'll come along the way in these levels as the game progresses. The first one is a cracked block. It's basically just a platform. When you walk on it and walk off, it'll fall down, so you'll never be able to walk on that tile again. Then there's the bomb blocks. Bomb blocks are just bombs, but they're stuck. You can't move them, so you have to work around those. Then there's bumpers that you'll see sometimes in levels, and these are pretty unique. You'll actually push a bomb into the bumper, and y'all will swap places, and you have this little flat animation that happens to you. It's very useful in some levels that require it. Next are oil blocks, and you'll see these every now and then. These are kind of annoying. You walk into it and you'll slip and fall. You cannot push a bomb if you're on this tile, so there are some levels that do make it kind of tough. Ice blocks will also help you slide across the ground. It's just kind of very similar to Pokemon Gold and Silver. If anyone's played that and remembers the ice path, this is pretty much the same deal here. Then there's spike blocks, and these can actually be useful despite them being spikes. You actually can walk on it and it'll bounce you into the direction that you're facing. And if there's bombs in front of you, you'll bounce on those bombs and keep on going until you hit a tile that has nothing left. Then lastly, there are the belt conveyors. And you'll see these in the late part of the game, and these just serve what you would expect. They're conveyor belts that just move you automatically, so it can be challenging on some puzzles there. You're given a time limit in this game, and this time limit, you get plenty of time, to be quite honest with you, so you don't have to really worry about that. But then you have these things called medals that you collect. That's what you see in the bottom left of the screen. That basically is just how fast you go through the level and the steps you take. There's a certain amount of steps you have to take to complete it. Of course, this takes a lot of practice. The only really thing you get out of this is if you do this and beat all 60 stages and get all 60 gold medals, then you unlock a bonus stage. In my opinion, I've beaten the game. It's not worth it. The last quarter of the game is just, it will kill you. It'll kick your ass, seriously. So if you're that hardcore, definitely go for it, but that's why that's there. It's for that only. This game doesn't use a save feature or anything, but it does have a password system. The password system is actually unique. It takes 5 cards, like just regular playing cards, and you just every time you beat a stage, you get a password. And that's good, so in case you can't continue anymore and you have to stop playing for now, you can go back at any time and just make sure to save that password, take a picture on your phone or something like that, and you're all set. Pretty easy. The difficulty of this game, in my personal opinion, it starts off very easy, but man, it gets so hard as the game goes on. I don't know, I'm not the greatest at puzzle games, but this game will destroy you with some of these puzzles at the end of the game. Let me tell you, they are tough. Now, if you're a puzzle head and you're good at this stuff, you may have no problem. But I've played a lot of games in my life, and I can say right now, these puzzles are incredibly difficult as the game goes on. There is a help option when you pause the game, and you click on the help, it'll literally show you the answer. I'll be honest, I had to do this a few times. I mean, I did. So, it's there though, so that's actually really nice though. So if you want to know how to do something, the help option is there in the pause menu if you need it. For a game this simple too, I think the music is actually pretty good. Puzzle games really need that though, because, they get kind of repetitive, and it's just good to have something, calm and chill in the background playing. They have a lot of tracks in each world. In my opinion, they're pretty good. So the music definitely gets a thumbs up for me on this game. I actually enjoyed my time with this game. It was actually kind of fun. Now, this game is very tough though as it gets towards the end, as any other game, but if you love puzzle games, I think you would like this. You should definitely check it out. You may not have to beat it, that's okay if you don't, but just play it until you get bored. The Bombing Islands is definitely a good one. This game goes for roughly around $7 complete in box. This game is dirt cheap on the PS1. I got this game for $5, I think back in 2020 at a game store, and I don't see it going up at all because I just don't think puzzle games really value that much, except for certain ones, but this game, I highly doubt it. Thanks everyone for watching this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to give it a like. If you got something to say, leave a comment down below. And of course, if you want to see more content like this in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.